The economic dream fades for Angola's migrant businesses. Togo moves to make Lome port the #1 stop in West Africa. And grinding beans for a gourmet cup. Kenya's cafe culture erupts. Hello and welcome to this week's Business Africa. I'm Takunbo Salako. Angola's been in the headlines this week after the controversial decision of President José Eduardo dos Santos to put his daughter Isabel in charge of the state's oil firm. The move is meant to shake up the company, improve its efficiency and margins to offset the huge impact of depressed oil prices. Now, the slump in oil has hit the economy hard and forced the country to borrow from the IMF. Although the government says it's optimistic about a positive, rapid rebound, many small business owners believe Angola's boom is over as they increasingly struggle to make ends meet. Ruth Largo and Elvis Bowe compiled this report.
Angola's migrant business owners are struggling to save their businesses from collapse as the country battles an economic crisis caused by low oil prices. The decline in global oil prices has negatively affected the local currency, prompting huge government borrowings. After 8 years of operating in Angola as a manufacturer of advertising billboards, Yundung Yan says it is an uphill task coping in Angola in recent times.
We can't pay salaries and we are unable to import material and equipment to this country.
They said the crisis was only going to be for a short time, but we are struggling to deal with the problems. Many businesses will have to shut down. As investors spend sleepless nights reflecting on the way forward, government officials are calling for calm as they anticipate a return to normalcy soon. Annual growth in the Southern African country has been around 10% as the country struggles to rebuild after a 27-year civil war, which ended in 2002.
This is just a phase. Yes, we have encountered some difficulties, especially regarding foreign exchange, but we believe that this is not a phase that will last a long time. We are trying to come up with some solutions.
Last month, Angola announced that it will enter loan negotiations with the International Monetary Fund for a 3-year facility. Angola will work with the IMF to design reforms aimed at improving fiscal discipline, simplifying the tax system, and increasing public finance transparency, with the banking sector being part of the deal.
If you build it, they'll come. That's an often misquoted line from a Kevin Costner film, which nonetheless accurately sums up Togo's ambitions for its port in the capital Lome. A massive reconstruction and redevelopment project is underway that's expected to cost just over $500 million. Elvis Bowe and Ruth Largo have more.
Togo's port is seeking to position itself as a reference port in Africa. In an effort to reach this ambitious goal, officials are modernizing the port and construction works are currently underway. The project will see the extension of the container terminal at the Lome port and includes the construction of a third 450 meters wharf, increasing the draft in the port to 15 meters with a goal to accommodate container ships with a larger capacity. These investments will facilitate the arrival of larger vessels.
Et la preuve, cela commence par l'arrivée de navires de plus grande taille.
It is also the commitment of the Bolloré Group to make Lome a vital port for the sub-region.
À faire du port de Lome un port essentiel de la sous-région.
The Bolloré Group, which shares handling activities at the port with Jedma, says the extension will cost about $640 million. Upon completion, the Lome port will be able to receive about 400,000 tons of goods. It has been docked further by 15 meters, making it possible for the port to receive vessels from all continents.
Le port est un poumon de l'économie nationale parce que nous recevons des navires.
The port is very important because we receive ships and goods.
Irriguer les autres organes
These goods create a business environment around the ports, with the customs, the taxis, etc.
Les ship chandlers, tous ces gens-là qui font du business autour du port.
Togo's navy has been keen on protecting the country's waters, while new measures geared towards repressing illegal acts at sea are being adopted. Reinforcing security is the best way to attract investors. Procedures to make business easier at the port have been ameliorated after the port introduced the one-stop shop in 2014. The principal goal has been to reduce cost and time of commercial operations. The modernization of the terminal has created about 300 jobs for Togolese nationals, as well as a training scheme for local personnel.
Now, if top kitchens have top chefs, what do you call a connoisseur of coffee? A barista is the answer if that person is preparing your cup of espresso. That's something more and more people are asking for in Kenya, which not only boasts having Africa's best barista, it's also experiencing an explosion in its gourmet coffee shop culture. This report is by Elaine Wangalwa and John David Mihamle.
This is Kenya's Black Gold. For more than a century, the East African country has been growing coffee, producing about 1 million bags annually. The export of this black gold is over $200 million in revenue per year, making it a top foreign exchange earner.
I would say about 90% of our business is export of green coffee, and that's Europe, America, and different locations, including Asia.
With the coffee culture growing in the region, cafes have sprung up rapidly in major towns. In one of the cafes in Nairobi is Africa's best barista, Martin Shabaya. Despite being a two-time champ, Shabaya, who dislikes the taste of the black gold, will compete later this month in the World Barista Championships.
We are a tea-growing country, and even we really enjoy, we've been brought up, most of us have been brought up with enjoying tea at home. And so these competitions are just part of the ways that we're trying to promote the coffee culture in our country.
Shabaya is hoping to win the heart of Kenyans with his espresso mixed with grape juice, orange juice, and cardamom. This will not only see the number of gourmet coffee lovers rise, but will also see a boom for an industry that hopes to reclaim the glory days of the 1980s.
That's all we have time for this week. Please share your views and news on our social website pages. And don't forget, there's always more business on Africanews.com. Thanks for watching and see you next week.